The first thing is similar to what we were talking about with the docket sounding procedure. This is what's called mediation. Mediation is a process where a homeowner can sit across the table, talk to a mortgage company representative. It's called alternative dispute resolution. I'm here, my mortgage company's over there, and a mediator kind of presides over the whole thing. The role of the parties is there to come to some kind of settlement or conclusion of the litigation. The role of the mediator is to bring the parties somehow together through their own kind of meandering. Usually when you get a good mediation, one party leaves not getting all they want, the other party leaves not getting all they want, but both parties know they're walking away from the table with a binding agreement. And that's something that you can live with. I know I've been in hundreds of mediations, whether it be a personal injury case, like a car accident case, or a mortgage modification mediation, and walked away from it with a client feeling like they helped themselves make a settlement. That's the purpose of it. The attorney's role is really limited. We can guide our clients, but we don't make the decision for our clients. One of the reasons I like the mediation so much is one of the biggest complaints I hear is I can't get somebody on the other phone. They lost my paperwork. I can't get somebody on the other phone who can, on the other side of the phone, who can make a decision on behalf of the mortgage company. That's a problem. So when you ask the court to send you to mediation because you want to resolve it, well, that gets that case off the judge's plate temporarily. If you can resolve the thing at mediation, great. Then this judge doesn't have to worry about that case being litigated or having to deal with it anymore because the parties have reached a solution over here. So many of the circuit court judges are very much in favor of the mediation process. I know in Fort Myers there's a mediation company called Conant Mediations. I believe they have the contract for the 20th Judicial Circuit. And I know Jonathan Conant, and he's put together a team of very good mediators, powerful mediators who can really bring the parties together in the mediation process. And I give kudos goes out to him for that because that's not an easy thing to do. And he put together a very good team of mediators from all walks who have worked in the construction industry, but really who can understand the legal issues and help the parties guide themselves through. I mean, many of the mediators he has are trial lawyers, just like Jonathan himself. So they know what's going to have to be proven, what the mortgage company is going to have to do, what the defendant, meaning the homeowner, is going to have to do to get this case resolved. And they really work hard to get them resolved. So that's what mediation is. It could be anywhere from a couple hours, it could be an hour, it could be a couple hours, or it could be 7 to 8 hours if the issues demand that much time. Usually a good mediator can get things wrapped up quickly because they keep things moving. But sometimes another mediator may take a little bit longer to develop the issues and really help the parties work through them. So I mean, from that perspective, I like mediation because I like to have somebody on the other side of the table who can make a decision, put it in writing, get the case resolved, and give my client that little bit of closure. So when they go home that night, they'll be able to sleep knowing that the mortgage foreclosure has come to some kind of halt and that they have the ability now to work through their issues. So hopefully that answers all questions on mediation. If you're in foreclosure and you want to or you think you want to mediate the case, side issue to that. If you want to mediate the case, if you think you can do it on your own effectively, do it. If you think you want to hire an attorney, interview an attorney before you hire them to see if they're the proper person who can help you take this case to where you need it to be. I've talked to many people, and one of the big issues I tell them is if you're not in a position to start making mortgage payments, well, then mediation's really not going to work. And so from that one, I try to dissuade them until they're in a financial position where they can start making meaningful payments on this mortgage. Sometimes we'll get the principal drop, sometimes we'll get the interest rate drop, sometimes we'll just move stuff around to get somebody back current. It all depends on the person and the ability to pay that's going to make this modification work or not work in the mediation process. So hopefully that sheds a little bit light on the mediation process for you if you're in that situation, if you're thinking about mediating your mortgage foreclosure defense case, or even if you have a personal injury case and you're going through the process and you're thinking about mediating the case. I like mediation. I think mediation works very well if you have two parties who are there to settle the case in good faith and you have a mediator who's really working the process, helping the parties understand the process, helping the parties come together to a conclusion. Sometimes it's not going to work, but mediation usually works to narrow down the issues and give the parties a good understanding. So hopefully that helps everybody out.